Hi, I'm Jim Brickell, and this is Getting to Know Your 2021 Lincoln Corsair. We're in the basic model right now, sitting in the driver's seat. On the driver door, we have the power adjustments for the driver. So if you want to move the back of the chair, hit there. You want to move the base, hit this one. You want to raise it up, etc. Then you have the numbers 1, 2, and 3. That's for your programmable positions. So once you've locked it, put it where you want it, you'll push and hold the button. When it beeps, that chair is now locked into this position. The button over here is regarding a lumbar support. When you push it, you can then make the adjustment on the screen. So getting back to the door, we have our power locks, our power mirrors, and we can even fold in the mirrors. So you can fold in the mirrors, you can fold them out, you can adjust them by picking a mirror and then using the arrows. Over here we have the headlamps, which right now are in the automatic positions. When I start the vehicle, they'll automatically go on, and the power lift gate is right here. Your panel dim switches are here. And this steering column on the left has a little release. That's for your up, down, in and out, tilt, and telescopic steering wheel. When you get it where you want, you pull that up and lock it in position. Now, for starting the vehicle, it's got a push button start. So your foot goes on the brake and hit this green button just to the right of the steering column. Okay, now that we're on the steering wheel, where your hand is going to be gripping is the voice activation. We'll get into that a little bit in a little bit. Down here we have our stereo controls, so this would go to your next preset, your volume up and down, and this one here is for your cruise control. Now, on the stock control, in addition to having our turn signals, it also has our lane centering for highway use. So a little button on the end, push that in, and what you'll see when you push the button, it'll display in your main screen. And then you can turn it back off again. Now, on the right-hand side of the steering column, we once again have a variety of choices. So this one that looks like several pages on top of one another, when I hit that, it'll actually cycle through what you've selected. So trip 1, your fuel economy, and eco coach, what's playing on the radio, which right now is nothing. And there's also a comm screen. So if you don't want any extra distractions, you just go for the comm screen. Now, over here, it gives you more choices. So display oil life or display setup. Push this little knot over to where it says OK, and that gives you more choices. So information screens, go back to the right. We've got the now playing. We go up. Maybe we don't want the eco coach on, so we can shut that off. Maybe we want the power distribution or the tire pressure, the fuel economy, seat belt status. So you can choose what information is going to be showing. And when you go the other way with the button, it takes you back to your previous screen. Maybe you want to go for speedometer and miles per hour because you're going stateside, so you can hit that in place. Border crossings, match speed units to road signs. Okay. And now we decide we don't want that, so it's back into kilometers an hour. So once again, you can pick and choose all the information that you want displayed. Now, in our stock control out to the right, we have our wipers. So as you go up 1 notch, it's at the intermittent setting. Go up 2 notches, it'll be continuous. Go up 3 notches, and you're at your high speed. Right at the end, there's a little button. That's to activate your rear wiper controls. Go up 1 notch, it goes intermittent. Go up 2 notches, and it goes to continuous. Then we can, of course, shut it down. Now, the vehicle has a nice display screen in the center. So we've got a little house there that gives us what's called the home screen. So you've got a map, your audio is off, and how to add a phone. So when you want to add your phone,
search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found.
So you're going to look on your phone in settings and then Bluetooth, and then follow the instructions on the screen to pair a device. Now, when it's time to change the clock, forward an hour, back an hour, whatever, just tap right on the clock itself. And then you can go up an hour, down an hour, change it from AM to PM if needed, and there's also a 24-hour mode. So very easy on clock settings. Now, we've got the audio and phone, navigation. Now, earlier I was mentioning the voice button. So that was on the left-hand side of the steering column. Find a place.
Searching nearby. Please say the name of the POI.
Ed Learn Ford.
Please say a line number or say none of those.
1.
Please say a line number or say none of those.
1.
When ready, press the voice button and then say set as destination.
For now, we're just going to save that as a favorite. But you could have set it as a destination. So now you've got your favorites. You can do a home address. You can do a work address. You can do whatever you want as your favorites, of course. You can also type things in on the screen. So you could go for history, where you've been before, your home or work. POI stands for points of interest. As you start typing in what you're looking for, it'll help you find it. So 375 space. Oh, there's 375 Ontario Street, St. Catharines.
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving. Please proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
And seeing as we're actually in the parking lot of Ed Learn Ford, it indicates we're 60 meters away from our destination, and we should be there by 4:04, and it's 4:03 now. So it tells you how long it's going to take to get somewhere, estimated time, and how close you are. Now, of course, it would be silly to follow directions for such a short distance. Cancel route.
Canceling route.
So now that we've saved it as a favorite, a little star shows up. Got apps, you can add a device, mobile apps, Sirius Travel Link, and you've got your settings. So sound, clock, Bluetooth, phone, Wi-Fi, driver assistance. So this is where you can turn on and off your lane keeping, your pre-collision, your rear view camera, cross traffic alert. This one's kind of neat, a driver alert. It lets you know if you're driving erratically and thinks you should pull over, maybe have a coffee or something. So all of these things, you can have them activated or deactivated. Once again, it's all up to the driver and what's important to the driver. You've got the vehicle on here. So that's how long it's going to idle for. Rear occupant alert. Make sure you check if your kids are there. Easy entry and exit. The remote start setup, windows, wipers, power lift gate, locks, and the mirrors. So do we want them to auto fold in when we lock the vehicle, when we get out and lock the vehicle? So I've got it set for yes. So when I get out and lock the vehicle, the mirrors will automatically fold in, so less likely someone is going to bump into them, knock them off. Under general, you've got things such as, do you want the language in English, French, or Spanish, your temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit, your measurements in kilometers or miles, and you also have the touch button beep, about your sync, software licensing. Oh, and this is an important one, reset. So if you trade in your vehicle, if you sell your vehicle, a reset allows you to eliminate all your personal settings. So from navigation and from phone, it wipes out your phone, it wipes out your contacts, it wipes out previous destinations. And the display, you can shut it off completely. You can do a calm screen, and you can also scroll over for more choices. Ambient lighting, oops. It can light up in the cup holders and footwells, and you choose what color it's going to light up. So that's at nighttime. When it gets dark out, it lights up inside the vehicle. And valet mode. You can activate valet mode. You pick your own personal 4-digit PIN. That way, when you go to use valet parking, you would hand the keys to the person, but they wouldn't have access to your phone or your navigation features. And they would just be able to park the car, as that's all the valet is supposed to be doing, and then of course retrieve it when you're coming out. So those are the main functions on the big screen. Down below, this vehicle can navigate to paid parking. So it's got public parking on Carlisle Street, municipal parking. The next one down here is driver assistance. So the auto stop start, you want it on, you want it off. Traction control, on or off. Auto hold, that's kind of a neat one. With auto hold, in traffic jams, you put the brakes on and it'll hold it until you hit the accelerator pedal. And then your camera, you can turn that on even if you're not in reverse. Below that we have P, R, N, and D. So shifting gears is as simple as touching a button, kind of like piano keys. So park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Stereo has regular controls that you can use. You can also blank out your screen. So with this one here, it closes off all the information showing on the screen. You've got your temperature. Each side of the vehicle can be different. Your heated seats. And as we continue down, covered storage area, your connections for charging your phone, and right here it's drive modes. So when we twist that, we've got slippery, slick, icy conditions, deep conditions, deep snow, mud, or sand. Then you go back to your slippery, normal, conserve, so that's efficient driving, and excite. So depending on what works for you, that's where you select it. So this has been an introduction to your 2021 Lincoln Corsair. If you have additional questions, Jim Brickell is my name. Enjoy your new ride.